Welcome, my friends, to a new
Hi.
interview from Cuentame, USA, with Moncho Camaño. Okay, for the guys in Spain. Today we're speaking with the two pillars, I guess, of this terrific punk band from Los Angeles, California, and they're called the Hellflowers. The Hellflowers. I know them. I've been listening to them for the last year and a half, 2 years. So we got Christina Hellflower on my left,
Hi.
easy to see, and then we got Matt Skew.
Hello.
On the he plays the bass, and Christina plays rhythm guitar and vocalist. And I don't know if Matt once in a while he participates with some vocals, but not. I don't think he
Poquito.
a little bit, un poquito, just a little bit,
Yeah,
just enough, just enough. So we got these two guys that I really like. I like their songs. I'm a punk rocker. I don't look like it now,
Punk is a mindset, not a fashion.
Right. During the 80s, early 80s, I was going to CBGB and all those, the Palladium, and to see the Cramps, and to see Gangrene, and to see TSOL, to see all those bands. I saw all of them. Gangrene, the Dead Kennedys, all of them I saw. I had hair at that time. I don't have any more. So Christina won't do anything with me. All right. So, so they're both, you guys, I thank you very much for accepting the interview. I believe you guys are in LA right now.
Yeah, we're in, we live in Azusa, which is the San Gabriel Valley.
Mm-hmm.
We're east of Pasadena. So Pasadena is the closest place that people actually know where we live.
I have a question just to start. Didn't you guys perform yesterday at all? Like at some point?
We did.
Right. So you guys tired probably.
No.
Well,
the good thing is we don't drink. So you have a lot more energy when you don't drink.
Well, I don't drink, but I don't have too much energy.
Really?
No, just kidding. I'm old.
It was a
they're in good shape, these guys. I can tell just looking at their videos.
Yeah, we were home in bed by like 10:30. It was phenomenal and rare to have a show end at that time and be able to drive an hour and a half back home and go to sleep. So
right, that's cool.
I was into it.
That's cool. So you're both originally from California?
Yes.
Okay. Christina, were you born in Napa, California, or I got my
Napa.
info wrong?
Napa, California, born and raised at the Queen of the Valley Hospital.
Yeah, cool. And Mr. Matt Skew, he was born in San Jose?
Yes, I was.
Wow, I can't believe it. I'm right.
Yep.
So you're both, besides music, I believe, Matt does say he loves art and animation, right?
I do.
You do work with production studios?
Yes.
Motion
currently working for Pizza Records, helping them with a bunch of titles that are coming out and videos and events and all kinds of stuff. So pretty good.
Yeah, you guys are busy. Christina, she sings really well. She has a wonderful, she's melodious, I guess, melodious and sweet voice. She sounds great. I've been listening to a bunch of songs because I remember I listened, like I said, maybe 2 years ago to the first EP. And then I lost track of them a little bit. Then
it took us a minute. During the pandemic, we didn't release really much. We released, I think, one single. It's called Riot Squad. It's a cover. But that was really since 2019. We released that in 2021, and there was no other new releases until just New Year's Day was our first new song. And then we released one on Valentine's Day, and then less than 2 weeks we have another full length coming. So we'll have lots more music out there.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about the new album. Tell me something about your teenage years. We can start with Christina. Because I heard, I did some research. I know you play in a country band, honky tonk band.
That wasn't in my teenage years.
But that was later. I was going to ask you, how did you get into the music?
Okay, so in high school, I was a punk rocker. I was a straight up punk rocker. I went to Gilman Street and Berkeley Square and Trocadero and all the all ages places. And I grew up on punk. And then around the time I got out of high school and I got kind of into that rockabilly, psychobilly stuff.
Okay.
And country.
Yeah.
So I met a guy, he was my ex-husband, and he was like, Merle Haggard. And I'm like, Merle Haggard? And I just started listening to it and I fell in love with it all, like Buck Owens, George Jones, Loretta Lynn. So in my early 20s, I started doing karaoke and stuff. And I had met a friend that did like, what is that called? Open mics. I'm like, open mics? And she's like, yeah, I just go and sing. And I'm like, you go and sing? Like, are you crazy? And I'm like, I'm gonna start playing guitar again, because I had dabbled in it in like my teens, but I was such a fuck up. Like, honestly, I drank a lot, and I did a lot of drugs, and like I just listened to punk rock, and I was insane.
Right.
And I'm glad, like, you know, I made it through that and I was okay. So like in my early 20s, I picked up the guitar again and I started doing open mics. And soon enough, someone was like, I really like your thing. I want to give you a show. And I'm like, you want to give me a show? I don't have a band. And he's like, I'll back you up. And then my ex-boyfriend at the time was like, I'll back you up. And then I was like, at the time I was really into country. So I did a classic country thing.
Yeah. I saw a video of the Kid and the Branded Man.
Yep.
I saw you playing guitar and singing. To tell you the truth, I think you put out an album, but I didn't listen to it, to tell you the truth or not.
That's
I didn't
okay.
listen to it, but there was an album that you guys put out, I believe. 2000.
We did an EP and a full length, and I did that project for like 5 years, but it was I think it was a little too punk rock for country, but also it was kind of limiting for me because it's you have to write within this very strict kind of like, I'm a country musician, and I didn't have a lot of songs that just fit that genre.
Yeah.
So I was doing mostly covers. We did like hundreds of songs, but they were mostly covers, and I wanted to focus on original music and writing, and not just one genre, you know. So
right. I imagine the artist not being quite as much energetic as with the punk band.
Yeah, I felt very limited on what I could do on stage and how I could present myself, and not being my true authentic self, because it was limiting. It was limiting on what I could write. It was limiting on how I could perform and move and feel comfortable in that scene, I guess.
Right.
And the people I just didn't click with, to be honest. Like, some of them were cool, but some, I don't know, there's some judgments and some different kind of things that surround that kind of music that don't follow my beliefs and my personality.
Yeah, probably. I understand what you're talking. I don't
know.
Yeah. So what about you, Matt? Was punk music your most your favorite music genre when you were a teenager?
You know, I grew up kind of similar in a way. I grew up on punk rock, and you know, I discovered it like probably my junior high school years, and as a skateboarder, did that for years, and it's almost went hand in hand in the 80s. You know, it just kind of like you know, listening to Agent Orange, listening to GBH. I was a huge GBH fan, and it just sort of skyrocketed. My first show was, you know, Social Distortion and Sea Hags.
I loved Social Distortion.
Yeah,
a long time ago.
Yeah, this was 80, 87, 88.
Yeah.
And then Ramones and Cramps, and, you know, and then I was getting into like Fishbone and just like kind of like a variety of stuff, just to, you know, whatever I could get into, I would go to and check out. And so, you know, grew up around San Jose and Campbell, California, and, you know, hung out with the punk scene there. And then, you know, just started playing music when I was about 18, like in a bands and stuff, and did that. Had a band called the Smash Tones, had a band called the Blanks, which was like a punkabilly act. I was later ran into some of the guys from Blank 77, and they told me that that was their original name, and they had to change it because they got sued, and they didn't last much long enough to get sued, and, you know, kind of bounced around, you know, did punk rock things, did post-punk things, pop punk things, and then stopped for a while. And Christina, when I met Christina, she had asked me to join, or just to start playing music with her, and I'm like, I don't know if I want to be in a band with my girlfriend. You know, that's a rough place to be sometimes if you've ever been in a practice video and everyone's yelling at each other.
Right.
It's not playing right or something's not working.
It's not the same as having your parents, but it's it's not the same.
But it's somebody you got to go home with.
Right.
Home, so
right.
it's
you know, but you probably got to watch your mouth also, you know, with other people.
Oh yeah.
You know,
I mean, not with me.
Yeah. No, I mean, like, I don't know.
Watch his mouth with me. I gotta watch my mouth all the time.
I think I said it wrong. Maybe not watch your mouth regarding just the language, but maybe other girls. I don't know.
Watch what you say.
I try to say to them, you know. I don't know. So your previous band before you formed the Hellflowers, Matt, was Kid and the Branded Man? Was that your last?
Oh no,
it wasn't.
No, I wasn't in that project.
Oh, you weren't in that.
Yeah, we didn't. Our first thing was Hellflowers together.
Okay.
So I had a band called the Telltale Heartbreakers, which was like a post-punk act out of San Jose.
Right. So the band formed in 2000, late 2014, early 15. Is that when you guys decided to?
2015 started.
Yeah. I think that's what we basically. I think we were together.
We didn't do anything in 2014.
Yeah,
it was all 2015.
It was just sort of kind of like talking and forming at that point.
No, not even yet, because that was the first. I moved here in 2014, and I took a year off, so I know for sure we didn't do anything in 2014.
Yeah.
We started the project in early 2015.
But you already have an idea, right, of what kind of music you were gonna play, right? No
idea. Honestly, what I wanted to do at the time was, because I'm obsessed with the Strokes. I wanted to do something like that. But then when I started getting my songs together and working with Matt and our first two members, that isn't what ended up happening, because I don't really write. I mean, that isn't how I was writing, and that wasn't how it came together, because that wasn't really what we did. You know what I mean? So you can have an idea in your head of what you want it to be. But then when we started doing it, it just kind of ended up being kind of alternative, or, you know, kind of like maybe early 70s or late 70s, early 80s kind of punk with alternative mixed in, and some 90s even, you know, like maybe pop punk or something. But like, I always say something like along the lines of maybe X, you know, like the band X. I think that's the closest thing we can think that we kind of sound like.
Yeah, because X, you know, throughout the years definitely sort of like leaned into sort of roots music, sort of like mixing that in with like punk rock or a heavier sound. And I think with her country background and you know that band's initial like sound, I think that's where it went, and then it's kind of grown from there.
Well, but we like the guitarist Billy Zoom. Billy Zoom is the guitarist. Was the guitarist? Yeah, he played a lot of like rockabilly.
Yeah, rockabilly, some country.
Yeah, some country with punk, all mixed. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, great band.
A lot of those Chuck Berry licks, just
yes. Yeah, very cool. Yeah. So I was going to ask you regarding your lyrics. We can jump into that. Yes, regarding your lyrics, because most of your songs are written by you, right, Christine? You write most of the songs.
I write 100% of the lyrics.
100.
90% of the melodies.
We can say that you're like a direct story teller, right? You go right clear into the point, like a punk, straightforward narrative. Right?
I would say some of my biggest influences are like the Ramones and Johnny Cash, and I appreciate their straightforward to the point, just kind of like, and simplicity. I think if you love that stuff, then that's kind of why I think I ended up creating something more like that, because that's what I grew up on.
Right. Yeah.
My dad and I would sing old country together, so I think that's why I appreciated it, and I still do. And why I wanted to kind of create that for a while, because I do really appreciate that, the simplicity and the storytelling, and like that, the way about it just like resonates with me.
Right.
So I think that's why I write that way.
Yeah, I enjoy listening to your music and the lyrics, because like I said, you said they're very easy to understand. I don't have to make up a story on my own. You know, it's very clear. There are no obscure meanings, I guess. no metaphoric meanings. So I like those songs. And so you guys put out 2 EPs. That's the first thing that came out, 2 EPs, and I listened to both of them. Like I said, the first EP that you guys put out, there were 4 songs in the first EP. And there were a bunch of also covers that I listened to that were fantastic. Especially, well, there are 2 of them that I like, but there were the one that you did with the Elastica cover. Elastica cover.
Yeah.
What's the band is from the 80s, I think.
Yeah.
90s.
Early 90s. That was one of the songs. That was a cover that you did Stutter. Yeah. That wasn't in the EP, or was it? No, it wasn't the EP. It wasn't, right? It wasn't the EP, that one that I listened. And also another cover. They do good covers. I guess they choose the right ones. I don't know. They do a really good job. Riot Squad. That song is from 2021. I'm just mentioning songs that I really like.
Yeah, and the reason that one turned out good is because I'm a huge Coxbart fan. So what I ended up doing was going through their whole catalog by myself with my guitar and seeing which song my voice sounded the best on, and that was the one. So that's how we chose that one.
Yeah, because when I listened to that song from you guys, I was like, I don't know this song. I just don't remember where. And then there was that band from, I think they were from the UK, I think. Yeah, right. And so I went back to that album, Shock Troops, I think it was, where that song was, and I said, yeah, this is the song, the same song. So I really enjoyed that one. And plus you had a guest, Gordy Carbone.
Yeah, Gordy was
you know him for a long time, or?
Yeah, I've known him. I grew up with him in Campbell, and he was in Lars Fredriksson and the Bastards, and the Forgotten, and a ton of other great bands, from San Jose and Campbell, like Slip, or just, oh God, Nowhere Men was one that's not widely known, but it's so great. It was one of the first kind of oi bands to come out of San Jose, so pretty phenomenal. But I've known him for a long time, and we weren't at the same high school. We went to the same summer school, because if you didn't do well in regular high school, they send you to summer school. So they had a very large, a bunch of fuck ups, went there, and he being one of them. Got to know him there, and a bunch of my other friends in that area that I ended up making music with later on in life. So
yeah, it's a cool song. You could cover. Yeah, there is a bunch of songs. You guys should listen to their debut EP. Come On, Let's Dance, I think it's called. So take a look. There is a couple songs running through the fog. I like that one a lot. What's the other one? I'm trying to remember. Johnny, Jim. Yeah. So that's the first EP, I think 2016. That's the one I listened. Then there was a little pause. I forgot about them. You know how it is. There's so many bands.
Oh yeah.
You lose track, and then maybe you return, you find them and say, oh, I remember this. So the second EP they put out, it was 2017, called Vacation. Very uplifting song, but yes, I saw the video. It's a very cool video. All the video, the video editing is done by you, right? Matt, you do all right? All the videos.
Yeah, I shoot. Producing. If I'm not on camera, I'm shooting. So I'll have somebody else run camera for a while, but I'll shoot and cut every one. I just want to keep making fun videos and great content, for the band. I think it keeps people excited.
Yeah, they're very uplifting songs, most of them. I mean, you don't have to listen to this music in a dark room, let me tell you. There's no need for that. You gotta be another. So it's then they got an album. The first album they put out is called Por Vida. It's in Spanish. Why do you choose titles in Spanish?
I don't know.
I think that was your idea, wasn't it?
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
Because I'm like,
is that what you titled that painting?
Yeah. So originally, that's actually true. So inside the cover, of the record, there's a painting I did, and it's actually it's kind of our logo. It's a heart with two skeleton heads, and one embracing the other. And like a lot of people know us from that, but that was actually a painting I did many years ago, and I gave it to my friend Woody and his wife. And then I just always loved the painting. It was always a very striking image. So I'm like, oh, that was originally going to be the cover of the record, and then we changed it to the skeleton cat,
which is another one of his paintings.
Yeah, which is another one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then cool. I just had him screaming Por Vida, and maybe if we re-release the record, I'll switch. I'll put the original, what was intended to be the original cover on. Try to scare up some more sales that way, I guess. So
yeah. Christina, like, how easy is it for you to write a song? Let's say like the song Nightmare. Did it take you a long time to write that song, Nightmare, from that album?
No.
Don't take
I mean, usually not very long to write. It's just a matter of taking the time to do it for me, really. If I sit there, I mean, if I'm having a good creative day, but I'm trying to remember how I came up with that one. But it's a while ago, so I don't remember.
Yeah. But when you write, you don't have a project in mind, right? When you say, I'm going to write this for that, you just write. And
sometimes something comes to me and then I write that down and then I come back to it later.
But like, you don't think like this is going to be for the next LP or maybe an EP?
Right now we're doing that. We're actually planning it out a little more. We're this next one is going to be no songs. Sometimes we revisit songs from the EPs and redo them and stuff. But this next record is going to be completely new, save for like we may bring some old songs of our own from the past, but like nothing we've done with the Hellflowers before. So we're trying to be a little more strategic about the next one that'll be out, which we don't know when that one will be out because we're just literally releasing this.
Of course,
but,
they're coming. We're gonna talk about that. Yeah, we're gonna talk about that because it's gonna
ready
be this
to
one.
Go. But some like come out like that. And then some like I keep revisiting them and they take like a while,
But you don't do like you finish the song or you have some phrases or verses written down. You don't say, Matt, what do you think about this? Or you don't
really...
Yeah.
I have my opinions. She doesn't always listen to them, but like it's her song. So I'm like, hey, maybe we should try this and this and
I'm getting more open. I think earlier when he first did that, I would be more like, but I'm trying to not be like that, and be more open to suggestions.
Yeah. Collaboration.
We're going to collaborate more on the new one. That's the plan. So that's why it goes slow though, because it's like, when do we have time to collaborate? So,
well, we live together. So
I know, but I feel like when you finally don't have to work, you don't want to do that. So.
True.
But like, I want to do it today. I want to go into those songs today. We have a lot going on with the record too. So
I have a question regarding one of the songs that you put out. You put out 2 singles for this new album called Vámonos. Another Spanish name, like let's go Vámonos. So you put out 2 songs. The one, Music Is My Love. Is this the original title you have for it, or it came from another song, or like?
I think it's the original title.
It's the original title. Okay.
Yeah, it's always the one that's on the board. So yeah, I think that's from the beginning.
You are a very fervent record. You love vinyl, right, Christina? You like records a lot because is that in that video where you go you are in the record store checking out?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, because I mentioned like listening to records and like how music is like basically the my favorite thing or the most important thing.
Do you have a record collection with you guys, or you listen more like streaming music or what?
It just depends, both. Like it's not. We listen to records pretty regularly though, If we're home and we can like throw them on, like on the days off, where we're not working.
Right, because you are also like a hairdresser, a master. I don't know if she's master hairdresser, but you got a lot of experience with.
Oh, I'm amazing.
Amazing, right? That's what I heard. I did a lot of research. Sometimes I don't do that much research with bands. Sometimes I go further. I even read some reviews about her job imagine that. I'm looking like the
yeah. I mean, I've been doing hair for 21 years, so I think I've done it all. It's mostly, but I always focus on. I've been doing men for so long, just men.
Just men, yeah. But like when you were singing with the country with country music, your hair was black, right? It wasn't right. You didn't have the hair you have when you were playing.
No.
It didn't fit, let's say. Maybe couldn't.
Yeah, and also I had this theory, like when I was younger, that like once you turn 25, you gotta like be an adult and stuff. So I thought I needed to, and then I like fucking threw that out the window. I was also at the time dating an older guy. He was like 15 years older, and he kind of influenced that, I think, a little bit, like the more conservative look,
Yeah. I'm going all over the place.
Yeah, no worries.
Why not? Besides your music heroes, because you probably got some music heroes that you really love or you really enjoy when you were a teenager, and maybe you still like those. But are there any heroes for you besides music and like another, let's say, not music, but it could be philosophers, could be politicians, could be anybody. Do you really have any?
Talking about me, I mean, like Eckhart Tolle. But I mean, like, also I love comedians. I'm a huge into comedy. So like Sarah Silverman.
Okay.
Chris Farley, Norm Macdonald. Like, I mean, I love comedians and comedy, and I think they're the ultimate because I mean, they are literally on stage with a microphone. Right. And to me, that is like everything, Right. Oh, Dr. Wayne Dyer too. Cool. Yeah. So I'm always working on like mindfulness and like, meditation and things like that I got into later in life.
You do yoga? You do yoga also?
I do. I've been doing yoga for probably like 12 years now, regularly, or maybe even longer. I fell in love with it at first practice. Like I never stopped practicing. Once I did it once, I just was hooked. It's very important. I mean, I have really bad anxiety and depression, so it really, really helps.
It helps. And probably helps you deal with that also. Just kidding.
Sure.
Oh, right? I don't know.
No need. It's easy to deal with Matt.
Yeah.
He's not too bad.
I'm not bad.
You're not bad, right?
Yeah. I mean, I'm bad about myself, but
who's the introvert? Are you the introvert? Matt?
I'm more introverted than him. I on the Myers-Briggs, I'm a introverted extrovert. I don't know if he's taken the test.
It's like this.
So I'm very introverted probably until I get to know someone, and then I'm very extroverted once I know you. Yeah. Once I open up and get comfortable, it takes a while for me to get comfortable.
Okay. That sounds very interesting also. That's cool. So I was gonna say also, let me see, you also, I believe, I mean, you play also besides California and the West Coast, you also made it to Mexico, right? You play in Mexico.
A
couple times in Mexico, and you also play overseas in the UK, right? And I believe after this year, you're going to Europe during maybe July. Are you going to in July? Right?
Yeah, we're doing 2 weeks in the UK, and then we're ending at Rebellion this year. So very excited.
I was. You're going to be in Brighton, I think.
London and all things.
Yeah. How different is your music live if you compare it to the recording in your records?
People always
very close.
People say it's way more fun and a little more like dirty, I guess, not so perfect as it is on the record.
Right.
Yeah.
Maybe a little faster, maybe a little wilder.
Inconsistent, I would say. So, but fun. I mean,
it's fun.
It's always.
If you don't want to listen to exactly the same music, you listen to the record over and over.
Exactly. You want to see it live and see, if a band plays it great, or if they fuck it up, or whatever. It's still at least you're having fun, and at least you're enjoying yourself. I mean,
I don't know. It's like the drummer will try to play it like it is on the album, and me and Alex will go, no, play it faster.
I'm talking about the drummer. I think they got finally they put a stamp on the new drummer, Richie Boom Boom Mendes. Is finally a Hellflowers member, no?
He is. Yeah. He was we were working with Stephen Gray for about 5 years now. And you know, his time is great. He's a full-time dad, you know, it's hard for him to like kind of break off and do a lot of the stuff. He's also tours with other bands.
Right.
So, you know, our needs kind of exceed what he can achieve, you know, given his schedule. So we kind of switched it up. Steven still plays with us. You know, he'll probably take second tier, and Richie will first tier. But Richie's fantastic.
What we kind of realized was like in the last year and a half, Richie had done all the shows except for like 2, and we're kind of like, wait a minute. He's supposed to be the fill-in, but he's playing more than the guy who's supposed to be the main guy. So maybe it would make more sense to be the other way.
Of course.
You know.
And Richie travels really well. Like we tested him, like his first show with us was up in the Pacific Northwest. We'd never played with him up there, and we took him up with us, and you know, he's just easy, and he's such a great guy, and he's really funny, and a very, very relaxing personality when you're around him. So, you know, going to the UK with him, you know, just easy again, you know, it's great. You know, we have a different drummer in Mexico. Like when we go to Mexico, we have Gabby Vallarubia, who is another guy I grew up with in the Bay Area. He now lives in Soylita, Mexico. And yeah, so he did a Soylita show with us, and he did Mexico City with us. And he's a phenomenal drummer.
It's just easier. I mean, he's really great. We love him. And it's like, if we don't have to fly out an extra person, like, it's nice. You save money. So it's
of course. But you have some before your lineup changes. What was I guess some of them, is it that they want like an immediate result or something, like they want success or some like a very
that never happened with
never
us.
Happened like that. They want financial benefits right away or something like that. No.
What ends up happening usually is, I would say, their life gets in the way of the level we want to play or tour with this band. Like it just becomes a point where they're like, wow, you guys are really ramping things up. This is too much. I got a lot going on in my life. I have to step down. I feel like mostly that's what's happened to us.
Yeah.
But they're all good players.
With somebody who said like, I want to be signed in 6 months, or I'm going to change the band. And I was like, well, maybe it's not the band that needs changing. I was out.
Yeah, I understand. Who would you say is the most risk taker of you two?
Risk taker?
Yeah,
I'll say you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
So I don't know. It's a tough one because sometimes like she's extremely outgoing, like on stage, and then you know, and then sometimes we just like to be at home, like. But I don't know. She's you know.
I would say I'm not a risk taker if you're talking about like jumping out of a plane and stuff like that. I don't want to do that.
That would be me. I've done that. So
if you're talking about that kind of stuff,
no, I was talking more like taking decisions, like you know, like if you want to do something, it's like, oh man, I don't know if we should do this, and you're like pushing. No, we got to do it. Whatever happens, happens.
Yeah.
You know?
I think we're both pretty equal on that because we know we have kind of a common goal with you know what we want to do musically and what we want to do like touring wise, and you know if we can afford to do certain things, we'll do it. But yeah, there's opportunities that come up, and just like you know we have to go to you know UK to go to play Rebellion this year. You know we'll have to. You know, there's other places like hopefully next year we'll go to Japan, and hopefully next year we'll you know do some other stuff. We'll do punk rock bowling next year. You know, we attend, you know, when we play other venues around that time, but you know.
Yeah. Well, I'm waiting for the new album to come out. It's coming soon. It's March 15th.
Yeah.
You know? It's called Vámonos. So we're going to get the album. You know? It's coming it was coming in the 15th, which is I believe Friday. And they're gonna be having a release party at Licorice Pizza Records. Is that an independent label?
So yeah, it was originally Licorice Pizza was a chain of record stores.
Okay.
In Southern California, and it was very, very well known. And then it was shut down. It was turned into a pretty terrible movie that had nothing to do with Licorice Pizza.
Okay.
And then they actually had opened a sort of another brick and mortar store. The new owner took a name and then reopened it, actually expanded it into a record label. Okay. And then so there is a record store component, there is a record label component, and there's actually like a movie, there's like a music studio. So
yeah, it looks, I saw the building from the outside. It looks really cool.
Yeah, it's super cool.
The tastiest music in town, I think it's a sign.
So they say.
Yeah.
So yeah, like in the Music's My Love video, it's in there too.
Right. And I seen they got some stuff on the window, merch from the Hellflowers.
Yeah, they just like our road cases, and we actually just put I just got the album. We went and got all the the vinyl pressed and picked it up, and I took one of them to the store, and and it's up in the window now with our banner, our first banner that we ever used. And we were gonna put our guitars in the window, but they've been having like problems with smash and grab, like people bashing the window. And I'm like, yeah, that guitar is worth way too much money. Mine was, so I wasn't gonna risk it. So cool. So
are you guys playing any music? A setup? You're gonna play songs over there? Acoustic?
Yeah, we're gonna do about a 45-minute set in store, and then we're gonna have a DJ. Grease George is gonna DJ for us, and it's like a 2-hour hangout. People are gonna show up, we're gonna play, and then people will probably hang out until they kick us out of the store, and break down and go home. It's St. Patty's weekend, so it's a weekend that I normally like to stay home. So
would you say that you guys accomplished everything you wanted in this album, or do you have some leftover tracks that you didn't put in there?
I think we did everything that we wanted to do on it. I think there's because some of these songs were like sort of like recorded through different times. There's like, we actually put some songs from the singles, like from like EP on there, revamped them. We had guest players come on. And that's kind of like the big thing with this record. We had a lot of guest players. DJ Bonebreak from X, jumped on a song. Nicole Lauren from the Darts, she played us on a couple songs, and she's played on pretty much every record I've ever put out. So, it's if I ever need really cool keys, I've got like 4 people I can call, but Nicole is always the first one. So
yeah, that's one of the singles, Vámonos. It's like more like a Negras, a departure from the other
for sure
songs.
Christina
it's like instrumental. It's all instrumental. I remind me of like maybe a movie from Quentin Tarantino, or one of those. I don't know, like a soundtrack movie or something, like film a soundtrack.
Yeah, we just wanted a song like a walk-on song, like a fun kind of
hit him hard, and we're at like right out of the gate. So
it's
Jason Lee is a very famous, really, really well-known surf guitar player, young guy. Fantastic player, and I actually worked on a music video for him, one of his projects, and and then she wrote the surf song, and I'm like, I think we really need to pull in like a heavy hitter on this one, and he's pretty much the only guy I know who can really do it. So
it's a great song.
Cool, song. Thanks.
I enjoyed it. Do you have a time limit on your music, on your minutes you're gonna play a song? Or
no, but I don't like I don't like just go on and on and on and keep repeating the same shit and making it too long. I think that there's no point to that.
Yeah.
I
didn't quit it.
I don't like really long, like
straight to the point. This is what I have. You listen to it, and we jump to the next song.
Yep. For sure.
Are you very talkative between songs? Do you explain what the song? There's nothing to explain about the songs.
It depends. Like, I think I was, and Matt's like, no, let's talk less in between. He doesn't like it.
I like to jump from song to song and like keep the idea up, but sometimes it doesn't happen that way. Sometimes you got to tune. You know, sometimes you gotta bullshit for a while. So
did you ever get heckled at shows?
yes, once the UK,
yeah.
and she didn't hear it. I did.
What'd they say?
We didn't get heckled. We got booed. One guy booed us. Like, and we were in Stockport in the UK, and the show was like kind of a low turnout. It was like an older crowd. Like the guys that played in the band for us, they were all fantastic. But they were all older guys. They were all around in the 77 era, you know, so they were, you know, the crowd, they're people who come out to see them are like older. And so we play and we're like very energetic, and, you know, our songs maybe don't really translate if they're expecting something similar to what these other people were doing. Right. So one guy booed, and I heard it, and I think my guitar player Alex heard it, and we were just fucking bummed. And Christina's like, I didn't hear anybody boo.
No, I didn't hear it.
You are into it's even better that you didn't even notice anything.
But it happens, and whatever. No serious heckling, but you know, I'm a good shit talker back, and so is Alex. Alex is phenomenal. You know, he'll say something, you know, right back at you. So if somebody says something, so you know, it'll turn into a laugh or an argument or something. So
yeah. Well, I never saw them live play, but I don't feel like people are very aggressive listening to the Hellflowers, you know.
No,
I don't think so.
You know, either you like it or you don't. You know, I don't think anybody's gonna say, you know, I've had people like, you know, that I didn't think would like us. Like we played a show last night it was a friend of ours. It was a birthday party. The crowd was some of them were kind of older, and we're playing after a blues band, a phenomenal blues band. But again, us against a blues band is kind of a weird pairing, and it worked out great. Like, you know, people were into it, and people were talking to us all night, and you know, just wanting to go to shows and buy merch. So that was cool. But I didn't think these people would really dig us, but they did. So
yeah. You know, I saw a lot of punk bands in the 80s, especially early 80s. And you know, some shows, some people, they act really stupid, and sometimes, but you know, I've seen so many of them. I see fights, I've seen everything. I got hit a couple times, but you know, it's part of being there. But I never, you know, I seen people that they go to see a band, and then the opening act is totally different, and they get pissed off. You know, they just want to get them out of here. I want to hear this band. I don't want to hear these fucking, you know, but that's how it is. It's just, no matter what.
I remember hearing people say that when we went, was it Social Distortion, and they didn't like the opening band.
Yeah, but that opening band.
I can't even remember who they were, but
it was okay. It didn't seem to fit.
It was like young kids, huh? They were doing a different vibe,
They were just getting.
And everybody just wanted to see Social Distortion, and they're like, "What is this?
What the hell are these people? Get them out of here!" I hear that a lot of times. But there is no need. You gotta listen to the Hellflowers. Do me a favor. Tomorrow, maybe today, still early. Go. Just go into Google, any search engine, and type the Hellflowers, because there's only one band that I know of with this name, the Hellflowers. Great name. So you want to find their music. Like I said, their music I like, because you know, I grew up with this, so they do a great job. And also watch those videos. They're very, very, very nice videos that Matt does on the video editing. He's good at it. And Christina looks great playing guitar.
I'm proud of him.
Yeah.
You look pretty. I'm proud of you being pretty. So there.
Yeah, she looks great. She looks
for a while, you know, till I hit a wall.
She has a very special voice. I like it.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
They're gonna be playing touring in April. They're gonna do some shows. Mostly West Coast.
West. We also have a show in Long Beach on April 6th, and we just booked a show on April 16th in San Fernando. So we'll be in different kind of areas. We're playing a lot of like small towns like surrounding LA. It looks like we've been asked to do a lot of that lately, and we're like, sure. with some fun stuff with different bands we haven't played with before, you know, just getting out there.
Cool. So how do you get, how long does it take for you to set up? Not that long, right?
15 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, right? 15
Maybe
minutes.
less if we're moving.
Depends on who's playing drums, to be honest. You know, we had drummers before that were super slow, and it was like,
Yeah.
you know, oh God.
Drums usually take the longest, just because,
Yeah,
you know.
of course.
So many parts. It's crazy.
Yeah, of course.
But I'm probably ready in like 10 minutes, you know, like once I get my guitar and pedals and, you know.
Yeah. How do you get around? You drive a van or just a regular vehicle? You got
we have a Honda Fit.
Oh, get out of here.
For local shows, we just take my Honda Fit. We don't all drive.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
But if we're riding with the whole crew, then we rent a van.
Oh, okay.
Because we don't have a van, unfortunately, but like.
I think that's going to be the next purchase, is a van. You know,
we just have to win the lottery and then we can afford it. Or if someone finds a deal on one, they know let us.
If anybody knows of a good van for sale for a reasonable price.
With 10,000 miles and for like $15,000. If you find
that would be a great
that would be a good price.
That's not too bad. Sure. I don't think it exists much around. Not in California.
Not in California, right?
Yeah, it's so
maybe an electric bike for $15,000.
Yeah, totally. There you go. We'll see.
Yeah. So, like I said, the new album is called Vámonos. April 15. It's gonna be all the streaming places, right? I guess.
Yeah.
The
I think. Yeah, it's gonna be on every streaming platform. There'll be a new video for it 2 weeks after, so April 1st. There'll be.
Oh yeah, you got a new video?
Yeah, we wrote a song. Christina wrote a song about our dog Oni. It's called Little Boogie, and we're gonna start working on the video probably next week. So, so yeah, we try to do another single release for the video, just to keep everybody excited about what's happening. So.
Cool. Go to the hellflowers.com. That's where you can find this band, and from there you can link to the social media, you know,
Instagram and merch.
And merch.
Christina created a merch.
Yeah, we have Bandcamp now, which we're going to be adding the new album, and it'll be available on the 15th if you want to buy the vinyl online. So cool. Bandcamp, just search the Hellflowers.
The Hellflowers. She does a great job opening boxes. Yeah. She will use a great cutter, remove the merchandise, and send it to you. So the hellflowers.com. I want you to support these artists, you know.
We appreciate it.
Listen to the Hellflowers. Forget about Taylor Swift. She has enough. She has enough, you know.
She does great stuff, but
her stuff, I mean, got a similar vibe, you know.
Simple. No, I like. Well, if I tell you the truth, there are a couple of records that she put out that I enjoyed.
Yeah, I can't see anything bad about it.
You gotta respect the work ethic, you know.
Yeah, I enjoy folklore.
The fact that it supports all these fantastic people that work for her, and that to me is incredible to hear. So, you know, maybe the music industry won't be so bad if we get more people like her around. So
I like her style. I like her politics, I guess. I'm cool with that.
So what else are you listening to these days?
A lot of heavy metal, death metal. Nice. Because I interview a lot of death metal bands.
Oh, right.
I listen to that. Death metal from Europe, and some ambient music, some dark wave that I listen a lot, because I interview a lot of bands from France.
We love France. We played over there as an acoustic duo, and it was awesome.
Yeah, so I listen to everything: classical music, jazz, punk, everything. I like everything, even country music.
Awesome.
Some of it. All depends. Yeah. It all depends. But there are some country musicians that I love a lot. Especially, I'm gonna name one that I was really crazy about. I was Rosanne Cash.
Oh. Yeah.
She's still around, so she does great. I like her. And but punk is my thing. You know, I guess it's during the 80s. I was a young guy, and That's what I was listening to, the college radio stations and moving around. And it's fun. It's the teenager. When you're a teenager, that's what you have in your hard drive. It stays there forever when you're a teenager. It never goes away. It's always there in the back of everything you do. So, on music, I listen to new bands, old bands, everything. I like it. It brings me back to those times,
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, brings back those memories.
Yeah, there is something I remember going to CBGB's in a matinee show, and everybody's waiting in the street. CBS was a small club, really, and all the young guys, in the curb, sitting on the sidewalk and waiting, and with the haircuts and the spiky hair and all that bracelets and shit and the pants and all that. And I remember I was dressed as a tennis player. I just said, fuck it. I just going be different this time. And I have my white pants, like a fucking Wimbledon player, all in white with a white hat and my tennis racket. And I just went in front and they went, what the fuck is this guy going? Just to look different, because I always look like them, So I said, this time I'm going to look different. So everybody was looking at me.
A rock thing you could do.
Yeah, like, why should I dress like a punk rocker? I love it, but let's be a tennis player just to look different, And
hockey pants next time.
Yeah, you gotta be different sometimes.
For sure, that's amazing.
Yeah, so I really thank these guys. I enjoy the Hellflowers. They're a great band, I enjoy it. It gives me, I could cut my grass in 15 minutes when I listen to these guys.
Awesome.
If you listen to some other music, it may take me 2 hours because I fall asleep. You know what I mean?
Well,
it keeps me alive.
And he's mowing as well, so we'll let you listen to the new record and mow the lawn.
So I love their music. If you ever come to New York, let me carry your guitar and your bass. Sure.
Yeah, we're talking a little bit about it right now. We were actually supposed to go pre-pandemic. We were going to do a show in New York, and pandemic hit, and then I was going out with Scott Sari from the Wild Hearts, and we're going to do a run with him and the Carvels out of New York. And pandemic hit, and I got a phone call saying, there's this thing going around that's shutting everything down, so we might want to delay this New York run. Yeah. So, but maybe this year, maybe in the fall. I think that's we can afford it and things are better. Like, I know England's going to be pricey and it's going to be a big run for us, but I think it would be cool. Any suggestions on places we could play in New York?
There's a lot of clubs. I know more about New Jersey. I live in New Jersey, like 20 minutes from Manhattan. Yeah, there are clubs. I don't know.
Yeah, Stone Pony would be fun to play.
South Jersey.
Yeah.
A lot of bands play over there. It's a bunch of bands. Yeah, we'll keep in touch.
Sure. Yeah. Let us know.
If you bring your dogs, I'll take care of them.
Oh, that would be great.
I got 2 dogs, so might as well have more. What the hell?
Yeah.
I got 2. So if you got 1 or 2 more, it's all right.
Yeah, we love our dogs, so that's the hardest part about going away, is being away from them. So
of course, they're lovely. I love dogs. Believe me, listen to the Hellflowers. Listen to all their albums. The first EP, Come On, Let's Dance. The second one, Vacation. The first LP is called Por Vida, and the last one, this one is coming. It's called Vámonos.
Yeah.
So.
And there's going to be a new album coming out, another album coming out this year. Just
okay, we'll keep it quiet.
We got a lot going.
You gotta show your stuff first. What you did.
What's that?
You gotta play the songs on the new album.
Yep.
Right? You gotta.
Yeah, we have been playing a few of them, but we're gonna bring a couple more in for the record release, and
that's cool. So
there's even a country-ish one on there. So you got.
Oh, there is. Okay.
Yeah, at the end we got an alt country one. So
full on metal steel happening.
Oh,
Yeah, I did not ever think I would ever be in a band that would have pedal steel or at least record with one, but it sounds phenomenal. So
I believe it. I'll believe it.
Dave Zerbel. So that guy's incredible. It was amazing.
Oh, I'm looking forward to listening to that song. So that's it. You know, these people.
Awesome. Yeah.
Hellflowers. Christina, Hellflower. Matt, it's Q. Two cool guys that you can talk to them, send him a message. If you don't like the album, don't say anything. Just keep it quiet. If you love it, send me a message. I love this album. It's great.
Well, music and art is subjective, so you can't love it all, and you find something that you resonate with, and that's cool. You know,
it's always cool. When I listen to Por Vida, I might listen to one song maybe 10 times straight, and then another song maybe 2 times, and maybe one song, and
yeah,
that's you like the most, you listen over and over. It's easy now. Before, when you went to buy a record, you were like, fuck it, I got $10. What am I gonna buy? I don't know. It's so many records. Then you buy the wrong one, and then you're fucked. And you're like, I have to like this record no matter what. I pay $10. I gotta listen this over and over. There's gotta be something I like on this record. I don't want to throw it in the garbage. Sometimes you listen and then it's not that bad. Yeah.
Not every album is Dark Side of the Moon.
Yeah.
You don't. You just pick one song, it's cool, and then you hang on to the record.
So that's how it is with every album. There are great songs. There are songs you think they're not that good, and then you listen to them and say, no, this song is really good. Maybe it's better than the other ones. So you never know. So I'm probably sure this album is gonna be great. Vámonos. All right. We're gonna leave now. Vámonos. I'm going probably upstairs.
Yeah.
And my day, I have to get up at 4:30.
We're gonna feed our dogs dinner. They're getting a little antsy waiting for dinner.
Of
They're
course.
hang out like around us right now.
They're probably thinking, what are they doing? I want to eat. What are they doing, these people? So I'm gonna let them go and just thank them for being here today, speaking with the Hellflowers, and we'll see you next week. Like I always say, it's nothing better than this interview. If you want to listen to the next one, fine, but that's it. You can listen to this over and over. Don't even bother with the next one. Nah, just kidding. please don't go. I got good bands. You see, the Hellflowers. Where are you gonna find the Hellflowers with other guy? They're probably gonna interview who knows who. Thank you. I appreciate it, guys, and good luck this year, and have a great year with this new album. Play a lot and keep making great music. What else can I say?
We will.
That's our goal.
Yeah.
All the best.
All the best.
See you next week.
Thank you so much.